Welcome back and welcome to Talk of the Nation. Now, government has initiated a program to study the efficacy of carrying out vocational training online. The program by the Uganda Business and Technical Examinations Board is planned to spread the training of more learners from across the country. But how will this work, especially when it comes to testing learners on their ability to learn practical skills online? Now, to help us appreciate this, we do have Dr. Wilfred Nahamya, Deputy Executive Secretary at the Uganda Business and Training Examinations Board, UBTEB. Good evening, sir, and welcome to Talk of the Nation.
Good evening, Mildred. And good evening, viewers.
Yes, first and foremost, the online mode of study was something that was adopted, during the COVID-19 lockdown. With the knowledge of how it works, do you think this is something that can work for the vocational training, given the fact that, or given the assumption that vocational training is something practical and physically done?
Yes, the online does not necessarily mean that people are going to be hands-off. So in vocational education, the online is going to enhance that blended kind of learning, that using demonstration and the ability to even teach more learners by few instructors, since there is always a shortage. So it is going to enhance the vocational education and training, and it is really very, very possible, given that we had challenges like during Corona. There was a challenge that for almost 2 years we are not doing anything. But if online mechanism had already been put in place, then it would have already enhanced the training. But this online debate, it is better it starts, but it has a number of issues that have to be put in place first. For example, the infrastructures, in terms of looking at the students' gadgets, in terms of iPads, in terms of computers, the internet in a number of areas. So it has challenges, but to me it is a very, very good debate to start, and because already a number of countries have gone there.
Is this something, the method of learning that is going to be across the country, or particularly in urban areas? Because when you look at the internet, there are far-to-reach areas where probably the internet will not be stable, and this could affect their learning. So is this an exercise that is going to be carried across the country, even in the hard-to-reach areas?
As you may be aware, there are already places which are already facilitated with electricity, with a number of, with the internet services and so on and so forth. So it's going to start, but in a phased manner. So, and that's why I'm emphasizing that the debate should be today. You can't wait for tomorrow. Right. So it should start and in a phased manner, and then we see how possible to live with the challenges. Yes. So
let's talk about the issue of assessment, and how is UBTEB as an examiner going to be able to determine one's competence, given the fact that they have studied vocational training online? Like, remember I said, it is something that we all assume that is, hands-on, physical. So how are you going to determine that this person is competent enough after the training?
Yes, with all sorts of computer models and programs, and with stimulation and so on, it is very, very possible to still assess online and then and get learners with the best competencies. But I want to emphasize one thing, that online does not necessarily mean that trainees in vocational education are going to be hands-off. They will still remain hands-on, but it is a mechanism that is going to enhance the training and then assessment.
Then it also involves demonstration. So we'd like to know, like, how is it going to be how is it going to happen? Are they going to put a screen in front and someone is going to come and demonstrate? Because I mean, that is what happens in the vocational, like the physical education in the vocational training. That is how it works.
Yes, it can work the way you can have teleconferencing, and you're here, for example.
Zoom.
Yes, you create like you have had programs on catering, where somebody can really demonstrate how you can prepare an omelette or prepare anything, and the rest of the people can still watch you do it, and then later, after they come, they still go and practice and do it the same way you have demonstrated it.
Yes.
So it is still very, very possible.
Well, I would like to pick some of your thoughts on the vocational